royalty, follow my cape off. And yeah, I got my power from the king. I'm keeping commandments and I'm staying clean. Israel is the greatest that you ever seen. Ain't a mistake, y'all. Sing the Lord a new song. I'm sending up praises. Y'all's amazing. Quicken my spirit so heavenly. Kept me alive for another day. His mercy rains down heavily. Charity making a better me. You ain't seeking repentance, you better be. Wanna make it to heaven and see the king? Can't imagine the kingdom is about to be. 12 gates with the 12 name, 12 foundation, 4 walls round. 12 angels standing at the gates with some kings rocking 12-point crown. I'm just speaking the prophecy, teaching it properly. Jacob, now wake up, return to the Lord. Holy Joseph, that's where you slaying that nation, gon' fall in the glittering sword. Faster than a speeding bullet, we look like a locomotive or a plane. Spiritual X-Men with the power, fighting red juggernauts, that's Cain. Trusting the prophecy, and it came. Stay in the book, but this ain't no comic. Gotta do power, I spit flames. MC, you see how I'm coming. Hawk out with the vision, I'm hooked with the hammer. War machine, and we bringing the damage. Iron Man, we too heavy to handle. We got the light, they can't blow out the candle. Prince of the power with purple rain. Israelite law on my brain. Kal-El, I'm a Superman. I'm in the booth, look at how I change. Greater than a superhero, yeah, I'm about to take off. I'm a prince from royalty, fly with my cape off. And yeah, I got my power from the king. Keeping commandments and I'm staying clean. Israel is the greatest that you ever seen. Ain't no mistake, y'all. I'm greater than a superhero, yeah, I'm about to take off. I'm a prince from royalty, fly with my cape off. And yeah, I got my power from the king. I'm keeping commandments and I'm staying clean. Israel is the greatest that you ever seen. Ain't no mistake, y'all. I'm telling you straight, my nation the greatest that you ever witnessed, and ain't no mistake. Holding my head, yeah, I said what I said. I stand on my word for claiming some space. I'm taking my place, #1 on the podium. Heathens is salty, they full of their sodium. Earth is ours, yeah, we taking it over. Got spiritual power, word is Jehovah. Hey, hallelujah, I'm sending up praises. Look, it's amazing. Chariot wheel whipping through the atmosphere. Independence Day, when we out of here. Yo, this prophecy properly moving. It's manifest destiny, life is a movie. Heavenly screenwriter with the wordplay, and our life is living what the word say. I endure to the end. I want a reward, a ruler should crown me. I was groping at noonday. I was lost in the dark, yeah, how can't found me. Now I'm here on a mission. We used to be under derision. I dare them to clown me. Won't hear from the heathen when we in the kingdom. They legacy never be found. Be. I'm a ministry mover. I used to be out here a loser, but now I'm a changed man. I died in the flesh, but now I'm a god, so now you can call me an X-Man. It's miraculous, marvelous men. Black is a nightmare, can't comprehend. End of the world is just to begin, and move out the wake up to say coming in. Greater than a superhero, yeah, I'm about to take off. I'm a prince from royalty, fly with my cape off. And yeah, I got my power from the king. Keeping commandments and I'm staying clean. Israel is the greatest that you ever seen. Ain't no mistake, y'all. I'm greater than a superhero, yeah, I'm about to take off. I'm a prince from royalty, fly with my cape off. And yeah, I got my power from the king. I'm keeping commandments and I'm staying clean. Israel is the greatest that you ever seen. Ain't no mistake, y'all. Ain't no mistake. Ride with this vibe, ayy, ride with this vibe, ayy. Ride with this vibe, my delegation, the real is the acts of the apostle. Ride with this vibe, delegation, the real is the acts of the apostles. I know the prophet. Mount Zion, God body building up like Lou Ferrigno. The gospel that we pumping, we work out everywhere we go. Stop, I say to Levi, watch I go on the bench. It can't pop to the Northern Kingdom, tell Judah to get up with me. We on the road, cruising so smooth, I just let the top down. Do everything in order, we solid it from the top down. We standing up for the most high against the evil doers. Wicked niggas out here scoffing, but somebody had to do it. They just talking while we proving the gospel that we stand on. We fit for the defense against who handling the word wrong. No, this ain't no vacation, but feel the sunshine vibes. It's all work and no play. We soaring, look how time flies. So fly, most high, fresh, purple with the gold. Make it to the kingdom, we'll be decked out with the white rose, all white linen. Now that's the righteousness of saints, that boy stay flossing. You tweaking if you think I ain't back to business, we get busy when we show up. Vanguards, IUIC do the work, that's how you know it. Solid gold, so watch the glow up, and you can check the resume. Hey, stick around a second verse, I got something else to say. Let's ride with this vibe, my delegation, the real is the acts of the apostles. I know the prophets can feel this. Ride with this vibe, my delegation, the real is the acts of the apostles. Know the prophets can feel now this the acts of the apostles, step the passport. Just to say what a real men, that's what they asked for. We on a mission, steadfast, tunnel vision towards our destination. We had to raise the tents of Judah first to save the nation. Northern Kingdom coming in 11th hour. Bow of Ephraim, when we connect, we got the power. It's all praise.
Hey, shalom, shalom, shalom. Most High in Christ bless.
Most High in Christ bless.
Bring it out.
Bless.
It's the saying of the SEERS.
Yes,
back
sir.
again, back again. praises to the Most High. All right. Got Officer Lagaboir in the building. Who else we got in here?
Officer Red.
Officer Reb in the building.
You can't look down at the YouTube. This is going to be good.
Officer Abishai in the building.
Like him in the building.
Like him in the building. All praises to the Most High. All right, we know it's Monday. You at work, you tired, but hey, check us out. It's the saying of the SEERS where we go through the scriptures showing our people what's going on a day-to-day basis. Seeing what the prophets would say.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Bringing out the Bible in its true form. Hey, had a good weekend. All praise to the Most High. Bishop brought out a fire class.
Yes.
Fire class. Gave us some marching orders. Gave us the green light.
Yeah, bro.
A lot of pastors uptight right now.
Yeah, bro. Hey, did you send a picture?
Oh, I got it.
Hold on.
I
We
got
gotta
you.
play
I got
it
you.
real quick, bro.
Dang.
Yeah, they mad, bro. Hey,
You know what I'm
the
saying?
pastors, bro, they caught a spirit yesterday. They already hitting our DMs and why you disrespecting us and everything. Yeah, we got you, sis. We just holding on to it. We taking the spirit of our elders.
I sent it.
You sent it?
Hey,
Put that up there.
Hey,
bro.
look,
Put that up there.
Look at this. Put that on the screen, man. Pastors is having a council right now.
Hey, they saying the volume is low on YouTube, man.
You know what I'm
What's
saying?
going on with YouTube, man?
Facebook,
Man.
how we looking? How we sounding, Facebook? Can you hear us?
Come on, man. We
Put
need
a
to
Y
get
if you can hear us.
some, YouTube be hating. Hate.
I put it in the door. There you go. Do what you
Yeah,
do.
Put that thing up there, man.
what you do.
It's on the screen. That's what was happening all day yesterday.
See it, bro?
Yes, sir.
All day yesterday. You know what I'm
Man,
saying?
all throughout the Babylon the
The
Great.
world.
The world.
All
Can they
police.
see it, officer?
911 switchboard went off the chain across
Yes.
the world yesterday.
What is going on?
Volume good. All praise.
Hey, you can
yeah,
hit.
bro.
Yeah, we got
Yeah,
hit.
we got
Y'all
hit,
too?
bro.
Yes.
That's how they was, man. They was hiding behind the church, bro. You had grown men huddled
Grown men.
up, hiding behind the church, peeking
Right.
around the corner. They still there? What's the number to 911? What's the emergency
What's
contact?
the number to
Can y'all
911?
stay until they leave?
They played like 6 extra songs. Like, man, we just gonna have to go out there.
Right, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Hey, man.
I got it. It's a great way to start the week. Every Sunday we finna go out there and blast churches.
Right.
Oh my God, my teeth is white right now thinking about it. My brother, Officer Eliakim, that brother went in yesterday.
He did.
He had a personal vendetta
Yeah,
with
was
that
his
church.
bro. Yeah.
I don't know
It
who
just
you
came
knew.
out.
Hey,
It
put
just
the
came
put
here.
the picture
Right now,
up.
bro.
Put the picture up.
just
We
came
gonna
out,
show you.
bro.
We gonna show
No,
you.
don't put it up. Don't put it up, officer. Don't do it.
That
Don't do it.
brother
Not
went
right now.
in.
Not right now. Not right now. Don't put
Hey.
it up. Don't put it
It's
up.
gonna
that
be
brother,
a nice
that brother,
summer.
hey, that brother, he got another spirit. You know what
Man.
I'm saying? When they say he got another spirit, he got another spirit.
Yes,
just
sir.
ruined your Mother's Day.
Man. Woo.
All the mamas was like,
I can't
"Oh,
believe you, boy.
why you ain't in the church with your mama?"
We know your mama.
All praise.
All praises. That's what we're going to get into today. You know what I'm saying? The title is Mother's Day, Feminism, and all the evil in between. Because you got to understand, it is evil.
Yes, sir.
Mother's Day is evil, is created of evil. Feminism came about in the world to cause evil in the black community, the Israelite community. So we got to expose this thing because we got to do what the prophets would do. And we're going to show you in the scriptures that the prophets was doing that. First off, give me that, put that on the screen about Mother's Day. About Mother's Day. You know what I'm saying? Let's get a little bit of history, and then we're going to go to the scriptures on it. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to deal with Mother's Day too much. You know what I'm saying? Because we all know that it has pagan traditions, and it's of men. It's a man-made holiday. It's for money, Hallmark cards, roses, and stuff like that. So I don't want to deal with it too much. You know what I'm saying? But read this real quick off Wikipedia.
Mother's Day. While some countries have multi-century history of a day to celebrate mothers, the modern American version of the holiday began in the United States in the early 20th century at the initiative of the what's that? Anna Jarvis,
Yeah.
who organized the first Mother's Day service of worship and celebration of Andrews Methodist Episcopal Church in Grafton, West Virginia.
So I can guarantee you wasn't no black people at that service
wasn't
in
no
West
black
Virginia.
Mm-hmm.
All right, but what we got to understand is that this was created by this woman. This was a celebration that was started by this woman here in the United States. She started the first one here. All right, keep reading.
Anna Jarvis, right?
Anna Jarvis, a white woman.
Which
Yeah.
serves as the International Mother's Day Shrine today.
It serves as an International Mother's Day Shrine. Keep that word in mind. Keep reading.
It is not directly related to the mainly traditional celebration.
You need some help, bro?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Many traditional celebrations.
It is not directly related to the many traditional celebrations of mothers and motherhood.
Keep reading.
Motherhood that have existed throughout the world over thousands of years, such as the Greek cult. Sibylle. The mother deity Rhea. The Roman festival of Hilaria. Or the other Christian ecclesiastical mothering Sunday celebration.
All right, so what we want to get out of this is that there was different forms of Mother's Day. This Mother's Day that was started in America with the Anna Jarvis, she was doing it to try to commemorate her mother who had passed, and it set up a shrine to all mothers. But some of the other traditions throughout the world go back to Greek cults like Sibylle, Rhea, Hilaria, that were actually serving other gods. And we're going to show you that it's all in the same manner. It's all in the same token. You know what I'm saying? Because when you read about Anna Jarvis, she did it because she wanted to honor her mother that passed. So we're going to go to the scriptures. It's saying of the SEERS, we're going to go to the scriptures. Go to Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 14. We're going to start at verse 12. So let's bring this out real quick one time.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 14, verse 12. For the devising of idols was the beginning of spiritual fornication.
So another word for an idol is a shrine. We just read that it was the International Mother's Day Shrine. You know what I'm saying? That they was building shrines to mothers, that it was supposed to serve as a shrine to mothers. Read.
And the invention of them, the corruption of life.
The invention of them was the corruption of life, because we're not supposed to be setting up shrines for anybody.
Right.
When we read in Exodus 20, it says, "Thou shalt have no other gods before me."
Right.
It's a simple thing. Keep reading.
Verse 13. For neither were they from the beginning.
This wasn't from the beginning. Mother's Day wasn't from the beginning. We don't read it about it in Genesis.
Right.
Read.
Neither shall they be forever.
Neither shall they be forever. So one day, when Christ return and crack that sky, Mother's Day is going to stop.
That's right.
Simple as that. And if you don't like that, what is he going to do? He's going to kill you. Keep reading.
Right. Drop a bomb on that.
For by vainglory, for by the vainglory of men, they entered into the world.
It says, for by the vainglory of men, these celebrations, these shrines entered into the world. Mother's Day came in by men.
Right.
It was a custom set up by men. Keep reading.
And therefore shall they come shortly to an end.
When Christ returned and cracked that sky, drop a bomb on that.
That's right.
No bomb.
Oh my
No
God.
bomb.
Oh my
No
God.
bomb.
The latest tech team in the world. That's how.
2
All right.
hours later.
Keep reading.
For a father afflicted with untimely mourning.
So now it's going into about the story of Tammuz. It's saying a father afflicted with an untimely death, right?
When he have made an image of his child soon taken away. Now honored him as a god.
All right, so now we understand when Anna Jarvis set this up for her mother who had passed, it's the same thing that they was doing back in the olden times when they set up a shrine for Tammuz. Read.
Which was then a dead man, and delivered those that were under him ceremonies and sacrifices.
So it was saying this man that was afflicted, he set up a shrine to his son that had passed, and now, keep reading.
Thus, in the process of time, an ungodly custom grown strong was kept as a law. Engraven images were worshipped by the commandments of kings.
So now, through the process of time, this ungodly custom has grown strong.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And now that's what you're seeing. And you know, with blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, we take it over the top.
Over the top.
You know what I'm saying? We can't. You can't do it just like the white people and the Edomites and just give some flowers and a card.
Right.
It's got to be something totally ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? It's got to be
iced out chains,
Right.
Everything.
That's going into when it says we are in gross darkness with everything, every sin that we take on, we take it to the next level.
Right.
When you look at all effeminate men, all homosexuals, we times 10. We got RuPaul. We got we got gay men like that look like straight women. But yeah, that's what it is.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? So we understand that this is an ungodly custom grown strong. Now go to Colossians chapter 2 verse 8.
Hey, before you get there, officer, man, just to harp on that point where it says, thus in the process of time, an ungodly custom grown strong was kept as a law.
Yep.
You understand? You go without celebrating Mother's Day,
Right.
Father's Day, Christmas. You know what I'm saying? People will persecute you. You know what I'm saying? Like you breaking a law.
Right.
You understand? And this is what we read in the history. And like the scripture says, nothing new under the sun. It's nothing new under the sun. So as we read in his history, we can extract from it and we can see where these origins of these holidays that we see, Mother's Day, Father's Day, and so forth, where they come from. What's the origin? They all come from Roman philosophies. You understand? So we got to get rid of them. We got to get it out our system.
Right.
Come out of that.
Exactly.
Go
And
ahead.
everybody was in church yesterday reading the Bible, but didn't know the history.
Didn't know it.
What they celebrating is unclean to the Most High God.
Right.
All right,
And
read
then
what you got. All right, sorry about that. Go ahead,
I was
bro.
gonna say, and then people, like you said, now once you start speaking out against it, they looking at you like, bro, why are you doing this now? You used to be with us.
Right.
Now all of a sudden you want to speak out against something we've been doing. Don't you love your mama? Yeah, we do, but we not about to worship her. We not about to commit sin just to go against God's laws for a woman.
Right.
No, we're not doing that.
And that's a heavy point that you bring up, because they'll be like, well, don't you love your mama? Yeah, I love my mama. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I honor my mother and father because the scriptures tell me to honor my mother and father.
Right.
How do I honor my mother and father? By keeping God's commandments.
Right.
I don't need a day to tell me to honor my, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't need a day to do that. I honor her by keeping the commandments, being the man that I'm supposed to be. Half of the brothers that went to church for their mama yesterday went and smoked weed, got
Right
drunk, sold drugs, fornicated. You know what I'm saying? How you honoring your mother? Oh, I bought her some flowers. I bought her a new dress. I bought her some crab. You know what I'm saying? At the buffet.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying? That's not honoring your mother or your father. Honoring your mother and your father is doing what they told you to do if they teaching you to keep God's laws.
Even worse than that, once they left, they disrespected the mother of their kids.
Oh, damn. Oh. They leaving mothers.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Leaving single mothers everywhere, but yet you honor mothers. Get out of here, bro. We done with the hypocrisy. We done with the hypocrisy of America. We done with the hypocrisy of the Christian church. We got to come up out of that thing. All right, read where you at.
Verse 17, whom men could not honor.
No. Go to Colossians 2 and 8.
Okay.
Colossians 2 and 8. The day of the Geechee is over.
That right.
Officer Larkin said that yesterday. That brother was on fire yesterday.
Yes,
All
sir.
praise.
Yes, sir. The book of Colossians, chapter 2, verse 8. Beware, lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit.
It says through philosophies and vain through deceit, lies, read.
After the traditions of men.
After the traditions of men, we just proved to you that Mother's Day is a tradition of men. It is nowhere in the Bible. It is nowhere in the Bible that says, "Hey, on the second week of May,
Right.
you know, or the fourth month, you know what I'm saying, buy your mama gifts."
Right.
You know, said take her out to Joe's Crab Shack. You know what I'm saying? Don't say that. It's nowhere in there. It is of man, and we got to understand that we cannot be doing these man-made holidays where you're talking about Christmas, Easter. All these things are of man. They have nothing to do with God.
Hey, that brother made a good point. OG Israel. That brother said today they buying her flowers. Tomorrow they stealing out her purse.
Oh, damn. He 100% right.
Man, that's the whole point right there.
He 100% right. You know what I'm saying? So The main thing we trying to get you to see, go to Romans chapter 15 and 4 real quick. The main thing we trying to get our people to see is that there is nothing new. The officer quoted it. There is nothing new under the sun. The scriptures talk about this. Read that thing.
Romans chapter 15, verse 4. For whatsoever things were written afore
whatever things were written aforetime, read,
were written for our learning, that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope.
Might have hope, because we know that there's no new thing under the sun. Everything just comes back around.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So when you see these, you see in the Mother's Day, it's an exact replica of what they was doing for the goddess, the Greek god Rhea and Cybele and Hilaria. It's the same thing. No matter how you try to change it, no matter how you try to twist it up, put a bow on it, it's the same thing. Right. You know what I'm saying? Let me show you some history in the Bible real quick. Go to Jeremiah chapter 44. We got to understand that you Israelites, you blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, y'all are doing the same thing over and over and over and over again. We gonna hit it home. We gonna, you know what I'm saying? We gonna drive it home. Read that.
44 and what?
7.
Jeremiah chapter 44, verse 7.
Read this thing fast. I want to get through this Mother's Day.
Therefore, now, thus saith the Lord, the God of hosts, the God of Israel, wherefore commit ye this great evil against your souls, to cut off you from man and woman, child and suckling, out of Judah, to leave you none to remain.
So he's getting on the Israelites about, why are you doing the things that you're doing? Keep reading.
And that ye provoke me unto wrath with the works of your hands, burning incense unto other gods in the land of Egypt, whether ye be gone to dwell, that ye might cut yourselves off, and that ye might be a curse and a reproach among all the nations of the earth.
So he talked about, why are you burning incense to other gods? You know what I'm saying? And in Greek times, they was doing it to Cybele, Rhea, but in the Egyptian times, they was doing it to Osiris, Isis, and Horus. It's the same story over and over again. In Babylon times, it was Nimrod, Semiramis, and Tammuz. Keep reading.
Verse 8, and I'm sorry, verse 9. Have you forgotten the wickedness of your fathers?
He's asking them, have you forgotten the wickedness of your fathers? This stuff ain't new that you doing. Read.
And the wickedness of the kings of Judah, and the wickedness of their wives, and your own wickedness, and the wickedness. Where am I at? I'm off. In your own wickedness, and the wickedness of your wives, which they have committed in the land of Judah, and in the streets of Jerusalem.
Read.
They are not humbled, even unto this day.
They are not humble even unto this day. So these scriptures still apply to you right now. Remember what it said in Romans chapter 15, verse 4. Everything that we read aforetime is for our learning. So you're doing the same things over and over. You haven't considered the sins of your fathers. You didn't go in the Bible yesterday when you were celebrating at Mother's Day. You didn't go in the Bible and say, dang, what were these Israelites doing that was against God? And how does that apply to us today? You wasn't doing that. You was just jumping up and down, singing songs, et cetera, et cetera. Keep reading.
Neither have they feared, nor walked in my law, nor in my statutes that I set before you and before your fathers. Therefore, thus saith the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel, behold, I will set my face against you for evil, and to cut off all of Judah.
So he said he was going to set his face against us. All right, because of the things that we do. And that's when you go into Deuteronomy chapter 28, the different curses that came upon the blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians that you see into this day. Now, what were the things that they were doing? We're bringing out like, hey, they didn't remember, they was creating evil, they was doing these evil things, but what were they doing? Go to verse 15.
Verse 15. Then all the men which knew that their wives had burned incense unto other gods, and all the women that stood by, a great multitude, even all the people that dwelt in the land of Egypt and Pathros, answered Jeremiah, saying.
So all the men looking at they women, because the women running the household now, you know what I'm saying? They out of order. The women running the household. The women going to come up to Jeremiah and start saying, read.
As for the word that thou hast spoken unto us in the name of the Lord, we will not hearken unto thee.
We are not going to hearken unto you, Jeremiah. We not listening to you. Why? Read.
But we will certainly do whatsoever thing goeth from out of our own mouths to burn incense.
Hold on, whoa.
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute. We saw this yesterday.
You seen it yesterday.
When you had black men hiding behind walls.
Yes.
And the only people that came and encountered us
Yes.
was the black woman.
Was
That's
a
it.
black
They
woman.
said, we not going to do what you talking about.
Y'all disrespectful.
Y'all disrespectful. We going to do our own thoughts.
Right.
As a man thinketh, so is he.
Yep.
Well, we saw this in the flesh.
Yesterday.
What we reading. Go ahead, bro.
So it's still happening, Rick.
But we will certainly do whatsoever thing goeth from out of our own mouth, to burn incense unto the Queen of Heaven, and to pour out drink offerings unto her, as we have done, we and our fathers, our kings and our princes, in the cities of Judah and in the streets of Jerusalem.
Hey, I want you to read what's happening here. They said we gonna do what we want to do. We gonna offer offerings to the queen. What did it say? The Queen of Heaven. We gonna pour out drinks to her. We gonna offer things to this idol. Now I can hear the black woman right now. I'm not serving no Queen of Heaven.
Yes.
I'm saying
You trying to be the Queen of Heaven.
Right.
You literally trying to sit in that seat. When you sit in that, hey, I'm a mother. You need to buy me gifts. You need to bring me this. This is my day. This is my day. What happened to it being the Lord's day?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you
ain't
see
worried
how
about
much
that.
of a hypocrite you are?
Right, we ain't worried about that.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
Keep
you
going.
know what's heavy about that though? Just thinking about yesterday and everything that happened. You seen how all the brothers that was hiding behind the walls calling the police, right? And like I said, the women was the one that was empowered. And back in the day, it was the slave masters who made us shave off all our beards and our hair. Nowadays, the women, if their wife don't like it, you shaving that stuff off. And that's what we saw yesterday. These women were taking, that's how they take control of the household. Like they demasculize the man, like, listen, I don't like how you looking right now. You need to shave that off.
Right.
But God says men are supposed to grow their beard.
Right.
But if the wife don't like it, you gotta go.
Man.
Hey, we gonna get into
I
get
pray
into
you.
some
I'm
more.
trying to hold my peace right now, man.
Hey,
so we get into it, man.
Yeah, bring it out, bro.
I'm telling you, bro, as black men, bro, I had an epiphany yesterday, bro. As black men, bro, I found out, bro, we weak.
We weak.
We weak
We
as
weak.
hell, bro. We emotional, and we hide behind the black woman. And
Yes.
a lot of people are scared of the black woman.
Yep.
Even when we went to Cinco de Mayo, we tried to get a black woman to flyer. The way she looked at me,
Right.
I'm 6'4", 270 pounds.
Yes.
You understand? 5% body fat. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
6'4".
Stop it. Get some help.
Listen, I'm big, bro. And this woman, bro, she had to be all about 5'3".
Right.
She looked at me like she could take me.
Yeah.
Right.
For just saying, hey, take a flyer.
Bro, it's a spirit.
It's
bro.
a spirit on
For
them,
real.
bro. Go ahead, officer, man. I'm gonna sit on back.
Keep reading. So, they said they was going to do what they want to do. They was going to offer gifts unto the Queen of Heaven. Keep reading.
For then had we plenty of victuals, and were well, and saw no evil.
So that's what they thinking in the church. Hey, we go to Mother's Day. We celebrate Mother's Day. We ain't seeing no evil.
Right.
Ain't nothing going. Ain't we living good? We go to the buffet after church. We straight. I got my Michael Kors bag from my drug dealer's son. Everything's all right.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't seeing no evil. I'm straight. Keep reading.
But since we left off to burn incense to the Queen of Heaven, and to pour out drink offerings unto her, we have wanted all things, and have been consumed by the sword and by the famine.
So it said when we start coming back to serve the Lord, the God of Israel, things start going bad for us.
Right.
When we was following after the Queen of Heaven, everything is all right.
Everything
And the
is good.
same thing takes place today. So let you say that you an Israelite. You seen what happened to Nick Cannon. You seen what happened to Deshaun Jackson. You start getting persecuted for the word's sake. But that's what Christ said. Christ said, blessed are those who are persecuted, who are hated, who are killed for his sake. You know what I'm saying? So do you believe in the Bible or you believe in yourself? Which one? You know what I'm saying? Because we believe in this word. So we know that there's going to be tribulations in, what's the word I'm looking for? tribulations and all those things to come.
Trials. Yeah.
Trials to come when we serve the Lord. He told you to expect that in Sirach chapter 2. He told you to, hey, when you come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for tribulation. You know what I'm saying? But you celebrate Mother's Day. Oh, we good. I'm comfortable.
Ain't no tribulation.
I'm all right. Ain't no tribulation in that. Ain't no trials in that. But it's trials when you come back to serve in the one true living God, the God of Israel, the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. All right? Drop that. Let's drop that. We got to get some more history on this real quick. Let me get some more history. Go to Acts. Because they'll be like, that's the Old Testament, brother. You taking that out of context. That's the pastor's favorite word. You taking that out of context. Let's go to Acts. Let's see what they was doing there. Acts 19, start at verse 18.
Acts chapter 19, verse 18. And many that believed came and confessed and showed their deeds. Many of them also, which used curious arts, brought their books together and burned them before all men. And they counted the price of them and found it 50,000 pieces of silver. So mightily grew the word of God and prevailed.
So what you got to understand was happening at this time. Paul and different apostles going out teaching, and people started to believe, and they started to bring in their curious arts. They started to turn away from all the evilness that they was doing. Many people started believing. But now what happened? Go to verse 23.
Verse 23. In the same time there arose no small stir about that way. For a certain man named Demetrius, a silversmith, which made silver shrines for Diana.
Why is it that every time we reading about in the scriptures of the Israelites going off, it's to a woman god?
Right.
And you don't put two and two together like, oh, woman god. Now we celebrate Mother's Day. Now we got a plethora of feminism. Now we see Wonder Woman on TV 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You know what I'm saying? And we can't put these things together that, hey, they trying to push the same thing they was pushing back then on you now. Right. Keep reading.
Brought no small gain unto the craftsmen, whom he called together with the workmen of like occupation, and said, Sirs, ye know that by this craft we have our wealth.
He said, you know, by this craft, we got our wealth. We make our money by selling shrines of Diana. You know what I'm saying? To those Israelites, because they believe in this God. They believe in America. They believe in Babylon. They believe in what we doing. Read.
Moreover, ye see and hear that none alone at Ephesus, but almost throughout all Asia, this Paul had persuaded and turned away much people.
So, hey, you see that these Israelites is popping up everywhere. You see they got schools everywhere. You see people leaving the church. You know what I'm saying? You see that, hey, we're not getting as many people bringing tithes in as we once did because they keep asking about Deuteronomy 14 because the Israelites always bringing it up. You know what I'm saying? This is how they talking now. The same thing is going on now. Finish that out, read.
Saying that they be no gods, which are made with hands.
Because we telling you that Mother's Day is not of God. Right. Y'all hold it in such regard. You know, you think that you just did your mama a disservice by not buying her a gift on Mother's Day. You know what I'm saying? I remember back in the world, if I didn't buy my mama a gift, she'd be like,
what's up?
What's wrong with you? You don't know who I am?
Yep.
Like, nah. You know what I'm saying? You hold it in such regard, and now you're starting to understand that, hey, all this stuff is pagan. All this stuff is against the Most High God. Read.
Verse, where we at? Verse 20, what is it?
27.
27. So that not only this our craft is in danger to be set at naught, but also that the temple of the great goddess Diana should be despised, and her magnificence should be destroyed.
Magnificent.
St. Louis right there. Magnificence, public school. Magnificence should be destroyed. Whom all Asia and the world worship. So when we go out there and take a stand, when the Israelites start waking up, when people start waking up, these what they call holy days or holidays, they start to lose their steam. Right.
You know what I'm saying? Hallmark is looking like, dang, man, we just dropped 15%. What's going on? We ain't sold as many cars as we used to. We ain't sell as many chocolates as we used to, and many roses as we used to. They taking away our place. You know what I'm saying? And the pastors is doing the same thing, because where you go on Mother's Day, you go to the church. That's an extra, you know what I'm saying? You ain't go to church all year, but you go to church and you drop your extra money.
That's
They
they
count on
that's
them
they
days.
money day.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
That's their money day, bro. That's when the plate go around 2 extra times.
2 extra
You know what I'm
times.
saying?
They
That's
had
their
a
money
fish
day.
fry in the basement afterwards and everything. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, there's so many money days in the church. Just thinking about it, bro. You got Mother's Day, you got Father's Day, and not to mention the pastor and wife anniversary.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Bro,
Yeah.
so many money days. It's all wickedness.
All right, read that. Verse 28.
Verse 28. And when they heard these sayings, they were full of wrath and cried out, saying, Great is Diana of all the Ephesians.
All right, so we got to understand that the same things that was happening back then they're happening today. The people are mad. That's why they was mad when we was out in front of the churches yesterday. Nobody wanted to come talk about God. They just wanted to say, "Hey, y'all being disrespectful."
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm a man of the Lord. It is what it is. I'm a man of the Lord. I'm in this Bible. If you come up in front of my establishment talking about, "Hey, the Bible say this, the Bible say that," I'm coming out there.
It's going down.
We're gonna have a conversation.
Right.
Am I right or am I right?
You're right.
We gonna have a
You give me an
conversation.
It's going down.
You know what I'm saying? We coming out there. You know what I'm saying? We gonna say something. We gonna defend the word of God. That's what's gonna happen. Simple and plain.
Not call
But
the
see
police.
what happens with them. Jump down to verse 33.
Verse 33. And they drew Alexander out of the multitude, the Jews putting him forward. And Alexander beckoned with the hand, and would have made his defense unto the people. But when they knew that he was a Jew, all with one voice, about the space of 2 hours, cried out, Great is Diana of the Ephesians.
All right, so this is what they was doing. They was causing a great ruckus. They out there trying to preach the word of God. The prophets out there trying to preach the word of God. And for 2 hours, they was out there, Great is Diana, great is Diana, great is Diana. You see the same thing today, all through Facebook. Happy Mother's Day, Happy Mother's Day. The prophets post up, hey, Mother's Day is idolatry, don't do it. And then they got to follow back with it. Happy Mother's Day,
Right.
Happy Mother's Day, Happy Mother's Day. And that's all you see all day. You know what I'm saying? On our post, they trying to say Happy Mother's Day, Happy Mother's Day. So this is the understanding that we got to come to, that nothing new. There's nothing new under the sun. This is the same thing recycled that we going through. You're still serving a pagan God, no matter if you want to believe it or not. You can say, well, no, I'm just trying to honor my mother. Well, honor your mother by keeping God's commandments.
Right.
Honor your mother by not going to sleep with multiple women or
Right.
multiple men. Honor your mother by wearing a dress like you're supposed to as a young lady. Honor your mother by not selling drugs to your people. Honor your mother by keeping the Sabbath day holy, like the scriptures tell you how to honor your mother and father. All right? That's what we got to get out of this thing. All right? So, all right, last thing on Mother's Day, we got to talk about Christ. Give me Luke 11 and 27.
Bring it out.
We got to talk about Christ.
Bring
'Cause
it
they going to say, well, Jesus loves Mother's Day.
No, he does not.
He gave us the liberty to celebrate Mother's Day. No, he didn't. Let's see what Jesus said. Let's
Luke
deal
11,
with this.
verse 27.
Yep.
Luke chapter 11, verse 27. And it came to pass, as he spake these things, a certain woman of the company lifted up her voice and said unto him, Blessed is the womb that bare thee, and the paps which thou hast sucked.
All right, so that sound like a Mother's Day to me. Blessed is the mother that brought you out. Blessed is the paps that you sucked on. You know what I'm saying? Because she's greater than you.
Right.
Blessed is that woman who gave you life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Read what Christ say.
But he said, Yea, rather, blessed are they that hear the word of God and keep it.
Oh, that's a cut right there. That's a cut right there. He said, hey, I ain't worried about your Mother's Day. Blessed are they that keep the commandments of God, that hear the commandments of God and do them. And that's how we got to be, you brothers and sisters in this truth. Even if you new in the truth, maybe you ain't been around a little bit and you start to feel itchy around Mother's Day. Like, man, I don't want to upset my mom. Don't worry about that.
Right.
Don't worry about none of that. Keep God's commandments. Hey, it is what it is. God said he came to not for peace, but to bring a sword.
Yeah.
Are you going to stand up in the faith?
Right. And Christ dwelt with this thing directly. Let's get Matthew 15 right quick. Matthew 15, let's look at verse 2. We're going to read quick because I know you got something.
Matthew 15 and 2. Why do thy disciples transgress the traditions of the elders, for they wash not their hands when they eat bread?
This is the same spirit. This is the same spirit because now you got a disciple means that we following Christ. So you got the modern day Pharisees, the modern day scribes being the form of your Christian pastors. They asking, hey, why are y'all breaking the traditions of your elders, what you've grown up to believe in Mother's Day? You understand? Watch this, Rick.
But he answered and said unto them,
This is what the black Messiah, because Christ is a black man. We can't say that enough.
Right.
Christ
Never
is
get tired
a
of saying
black
it.
man. It said what? What did he say?
why do ye also transgress the commandment of God by your tradition?
He asked them a question. Why are you breaking, I'm about to butcher it. Why do you also transgress the commandments of God by your tradition? Because he already put things in place to honor your mother,
Right.
honor your father. But let's read. Read on.
Verse 4, For God commanded, saying, honor thy father and mother,
Read.
and he that curseth father or mother, let him die the death.
Let him die to death. If you come sideways to your mother and father, you stealing out her purse, you cussing her out, you disrespecting her 364 days of the year.
Right.
You understand? It said you got to die the death. That's judgment. Read, but watch this.
But ye say,
But ye say, these are the modern day Pharisees and the scribes in these churches. Read.
whosoever shall say to his father or to his mother, it is a gift.
It is a what?
It is a gift.
And this is why they bring gifts. This is why on Mother's Day, everything, let's get the, what they got, the fruit, the edible fruits.
Yeah, fruit
You understand? This is when they get the flowers, the most expensive cards.
Bought her
You
a new
understand?
hat. Yeah.
Everything, bro. The bracelets and everything. It's a gift because all year long you've been disrespecting her.
Right.
All year long, you abandon her, maybe. You understand? Ain't called, talked to her. She bedridden. You ain't said nothing. Ain't went by the house, nothing. You understand? But on this day, hey, you know what, Mom? Here's a gift.
Right.
Forgive me for all the wickedness that I've been doing, shaming your name for the 364 days. Read.
By whatsoever thou mightest be profited by me.
And that's how it says, it might profit me. So I'm free from all the wickedness that I was doing prior to this just because of this gift. And Christ is telling them, like, why are you breaking the laws that I put in place, making up your own traditions? And why are they not reading this in the Bible?
Right.
I mean, reading this in the church.
Right.
You understand? Because why? Like you said, they playing Timberlands. What else?
Tamarines.
Tamarines. Wearing Timberlands. And what else they be playing? Drums. They hiring the drummer. He's a hired.
Yep.
You understand? The guitar player. He's hired.
Organist.
The organist. He's hired.
Right.
Everybody in there is orchestrated in this thing to run it to put you to sleep.
Right.
Everybody's on the same page to woe you back to sleep. But go ahead, officer.
But even thinking about that, man, they always say, like, I can't get off of yesterday, bro.
Right.
They talking about we disrespectful for coming out there and teaching in front of their church. That pastor's been disrespecting you every single
Every day.
He's not telling you that today is the day of Simon. He's not telling you that you are the Israelites. He's furthering the destruction of you. But we're disrespectful for coming and showing you who you are in the error in your ways. That shows you the strong delusion our people is under.
Breaking up families, sleeping with your wife,
Right.
adultery. You know, adultery run rapid in the black community, in
crazy.
the black church.
In the black
You understand? Go ahead.
Pastor got like 4-5 kids on the side.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? All right. So that's Mother's Day, right? Let's see what Mother's Day has created in the black community. Give me that first article. What type of women or mothers have Mother's Day created? All right, read this for me.
You got it? Lock him.
New York Post. D.C. woman who threw dead baby in garbage killed by child's father.
So this is a mother. This was a mother, you know what I'm saying, who probably celebrated Mother's Day. Let's read the story. Read this thing.
Blow it up a little bit. There we go. All right, it says a Washington, D.C. woman who admitted to tossing her dead baby's body in a dumpster last year.
This is a happy Mother's Day right here?
Man.
Is this a happy Mother's Day right here?
Bruh.
A mother who dumped her dead baby's body in a dumpster. Keep reading.
Last year was stabbed to death by the child's father, police said Thursday.
So you got to think about this. The mother puts the baby in a dumpster, and the child or the father, he loses it and stabs the mother. Mm-hmm. Now there's 2 lives gone because of what's going on here. Read.
LaDonna Bogues, 39, was found suffering from an apparent stab wound after a domestic incident at a home in Northeast D.C. on Wednesday morning, officials said in a press release. Scroll up.
Keep going.
Carl Jones, 44, was charged with second-degree murder. Jones was the father of the 2-month-old Kion Jones, who went missing last May.
Hey, look, this is a little baby. Read.
Bogues told officials she had rolled on top of the infant while under the influence of angel dust.
Wow.
And threw out his body in a panic.
This is your Mother's Day? You got a mother that's on PCP, on angel dust, and rolls over on top of the baby and kills the baby?
That's all you can think about smoking. You smoking on Friday.
Right.
Go to Sirach chapter.
But yeah, that's sad, man, because like you said, it's 3 lives affected there. You know what I'm saying? You can only the father's reaction, that's a natural reaction. You just lost your son. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? 2-month-old son, he gone missing. You don't know why. Like the baby, how a baby just disappeared.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He just disappeared. And then you find out that this woman, that she's, and what's wicked about it, when I'm just thinking about it now, she probably was out looking for the child with him.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's a whole nother level of wickedness, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know, you ever had a thieving partner, bro? You come to the crib, man, and your money end up disappearing, and they help you look for it.
Right.
That's some evil stuff,
It's in
bro.
your pocket the
It's
whole
in your
time.
pocket. You looking under the. Let me look under the couch. Let
Right.
me look under here. I'm like, bro, what's just sitting here?
Right.
But you know what I'm saying? This is what. Just imagine what was going through his head. Y'all out looking for the child, making posters and everything, and then all of a sudden it's found out that you did something. You was on angel dust, and you suffocated the kid, and then put the kid in a dumpster. You understand? I mean, hey.
This is crazy, and this is a Mother's Day. All right, get the next one. Get the next one. Let's go to the road rage mama. Road rage mama, who had her kids in the car. You can't get it? All right, so while you pulling that up, understand something. Go to Sirach chapter 26. Go to Sirach chapter 26, and start at verse.
You got it?
You got it now? Okay, all praises, all praises. Read this thing.
Okay.
Georgia woman had 3 children in car when
This is a mama. Had her 3 children in a car.
when shooting 17-year-old in face during road rage
So
incident.
this is a mother who had her 3 children in a car, and she shoots a 17-year-old child in the face because of road rage. And then I don't think it's in this article, but I think she went and got her nails done after she shot the boy.
Wow.
No conscience.
No conscience. It wasn't until people start busting her out on Facebook that she went and turned herself in.
Sound like she did that before.
Yeah.
Sound like it.
That's what it sounded like to me.
Keep reading.
A Georgia woman who shot a 17-year-old in the face during a road rage incident over the weekend had her 3 children in the car with her at the time of the shooting, authorities said.
Can you imagine the husband if she had a husband, or the, you know what I'm saying, or the boyfriend or whatever, the baby's daddy?
Yeah.
Can you imagine what he had to live through with her?
Bruh.
You think he at home like, yeah, baby, go make me some eggs? He probably at home
Scared.
cowering in a bed like, oh, I hope she don't be tripping today.
Hey, what's the
Hope I don't
sister
get
off
shot today.
What's the sister off of Set It Off?
Queen Latifah.
Chloe.
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 That's what she looked like, bro. Hanging out the window, bro. Put that picture up there,
Bruh, she
man.
got the gun sideways, bro.
Bruh.
Hell nah. Yeah, that baby daddy gone, bro.
Yeah, that brother, he dealing with some things dealing with her, bro. I'm telling you.
Read it. Go ahead.
Keep reading.
Read on.
Brittany Griffin turned 30.
30 years old, bro. Three kids, 30 years old, daddy nowhere in sight. You got it, man. Our sisters, for real talk in the black community, we got to evaluate our lifestyles, man. You 30 years old with 3 kids. You understand? And I hate to jump to conclusions, but you probably got at least 2 baby daddies.
Right.
You understand? You know, you feel me? She probably got 2 baby daddies. So it's like you got to reevaluate what you doing out here. And now them kids don't have a mother.
Right.
Don't have a mother. So what you think they going to grow up to be? Monsters.
Yeah.
You understand?
Monsters.
Go ahead, Obs.
We got that coming up. You know what I'm saying? Mistress women bringing forth monsters. All right, keep
And
reading.
this is a result of the Christian church
Right.
teaching folks that the laws of God are done away with.
Yes.
Exactly.
So thou shalt not murder is not in play right now. She doesn't know thou shalt not kill. She doesn't know thou shalt not covet.
Right.
She doesn't know all the thou shalt not bear false. She don't know none of the laws. You understand? Even none of the statutes of don't hold a grudge against your neighbor.
Right.
You understand? Over a road rage, over a simple, somebody probably just cut her off.
Cut her off or something.
Not paying attention and got over without putting the blinker on.
Now they dead.
And now 17, he just got his driver's, or I don't know if it's a boy or a girl, but they just got their driver's license.
Right.
Yep.
Go ahead, though.
They knew at driving, and you can't even control yourself enough or take accountability enough to understand that that's somebody's child.
Right.
Well, she's 30 with 3 kids, so she's reckless anyway.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Yes. To be holding a gun. Look at the
She
picture. She
it
holding the
side-
gun
that's
sideways
Chloe,
out
bruh.
the window.
That's Chloe, bro.
Yo, for what? For what? You know what I'm saying? For what? Your car ain't wrecked. You ain't have an incident. You just mad because of some road rage and you shoot somebody. Unstable, not knowing how to deal with their emotions.
This what it means when it says there's no wickedness like the wickedness of a woman. You got to look at women when they commit a crime, they go crazy. I can be pillow fighting with my wife. You know what I'm saying?
Story time.
Where
the violin
Story time.
Put
You
the
violin
violin up, bro. Put the violin
This is
up,
how
bro.
women think. Their mindset is just off. I'll be pillow fighting. Wife will go grab a brick and think it's even. We even. I got you hit me with a pillow a little too hard, I'm gonna go grab a brick. That's the mindset of a woman, man. That's why we can't have them leading our household.
This brother, man. This brother. All right.
She gonna go grab a brick. But yeah, man, we gotta take back our households, man.
Hey,
These women can't lead.
but dealing with these 2 sisters, the one that killed the baby, the one that killed this young man, go to Sirach chapter 25 and start at verse 17. Sirach chapter 25, verse 17. Because the scriptures talk about this. They talk about sisters like this. Read.
Sirach chapter 25, verse 17. The wickedness of a woman changeth her face, and the darkness of her countenance is like sackcloth.
So that's why when we was looking at that video or looking at the picture of the mugshot of the sister, her face, her countenance looks dark. That's
Right.
why he said, man, she looked like Chloe. You know what I'm saying? Because she does. Because she has a darkness in her mind. She has a darkness in her countenance that's evil. Any man is supposed to look at her and be like, nah, something wrong with her. You know what I'm saying? Something off about her. But brothers don't be looking at the face. They be looking at everywhere else.
Everything else.
You know what I'm saying? Read.
Yep. Verse 18. Her husband shall sit among his neighbors, and when he heareth it, he shall sigh bitterly.
Can you imagine what the baby daddy must have felt like when he got the news? She shot somebody. He was probably like, God damn.
I gotta take care of these kids.
God. I knew, man, she left out of here with an attitude. Golly, can't stay out of trouble. You know what I'm saying? Read.
He's probably rejoicing.
He probably was. He was like, I'm safe. Thank God, I'm safe. Read.
All wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman.
It says all wickedness is but little wickedness to the wickedness of a woman. That's the type of woman that'll lay on her baby, kill it, throw it in a dumpster, and then go pretend that she was looking for it with the baby daddy.
Mm-hmm.
All because she was high. There's no wickedness like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? For a woman to be able to do that, that's out of order. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? So, all right. Happy Mother's Day. This is the mothers that you
No,
get.
I got one more. Verse 24.
Same chapter?
Same chapter.
Same chapter. Verse 24. Of the woman came the beginning of sin, and through her we all die.
That's all I wanted.
Bring it out.
That's all I want.
Bring it out.
Carry
You know
on.
what I'm saying? All right, so happy Mother's Day. These are the mothers that you get celebrating Mother's Day. They all around the country right now. Let's get some more. Let's go to the next one.
Next order.
Let's see what else the Mother's Day creates. Hey, let me ask y'all a question first. How you know you in a club? How you know when you in the club?
Lights low.
Lights
dark,
low. What else?
Twerking.
You got the music.
Music.
Drink.
Took you
Drinks.
about 3 hours on your outfit.
3 hours on your outfit. Got a nice outfit looking good. All right, so we know this is how we know we in the club. That's not the video. It should be the mother twerking in the club. You just had it up.
Why you looking for that? I'm telling you, man. I think I seen a video where they had mothers. They had a twerk contest for Mother's Day. I'm telling you, man.
This is crazy,
wicked.
bro.
It's sick, man.
This is crazy.
All right, go ahead.
All right, put this up on the screen. You brothers, you brothers stay in the spirit, bro. Stay in the spirit.
Bro, hold on. What?
Yeah.
Go ahead. Read.
Read this. Read this.
Instagram model takes her 4-year-old son to the club and twerks in front of him.
This Happy Mother's Day. This is what Mother's Day and all those things create. Now, she got on, look at the video. She said, hey, it's not a club.
That's
Show
a club.
could have fooled me.
Mm-hmm.
Lights low. All the women dressed like hoes.
Twerking.
Somebody's got some drinks in the background. Lights low, spotlights. This is a mother dancing in front of her 4-year-old son is in the background.
Take it
I
off the
think
screen.
this is
Yeah, I was about to say, take that off the screen,
Somebody-
bro. That-
I
some
think this
spirit,
is
yeah.
I think this is like a rapper's baby mama.
Yeah.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
His name is G Herbo, I think it is.
all right, there's a rapper's baby mama, and she has a 4-year-old in the club, and she's twerking in front of him. What type of lifestyle do you think that this child is gonna grow up to?
He's going to become a monster.
You know what I'm saying? Mistress women bringing forth monsters. Bringing forth monsters. That is not parenting. That is not what a mother is supposed to do. You know what I'm
And
saying?
you got to think about it too, officer, man. Like, all those adults that were there,
Right.
and nobody stopped this sister and said, this is not the environment for a child. Or this is not the way you're supposed to conduct yourself in front of a child.
The bouncer's at the door.
Yeah, you gotta understand. Give me Sirach 6 right quick. Start at verse 16, man.
Sirach chapter 6, verse 16.
Read.
A faithful friend is the medicine of life.
When you drink medicine, sometimes it's not good to the taste when it goes down. You know what I'm saying? Nobody likes to drink medicine.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? To take medicine. You know, when I'm giving my son medicine, we got to hold him down,
Right.
restrain him. You know what I'm saying? Put this what they call it the
syringe.
the syringe,
Yeah.
all in his mouth. Here, take the medicine. You got to understand, the scripture says a faithful friend is the medicine of life. Sometimes when you have, as a friend, you have these uncomfortable conversations and
Right.
you pull that sister to the side. Why you got your baby in the club? Why are you shaking your behind in front of your baby? Even if she gets offended, that's a friend. That's the medicine that this friend needs at that time. Read on. Go ahead.
And they that fear the Lord shall find him.
Read.
Whoso fear the Lord shall direct his friendship aright.
And this is why I'm telling you, this is why we blitzing pastors.
Right.
Bring it out.
Because they not instilling the fear of the Lord in our people. If any one of those adults had the fear of God in them,
Right.
they would have directed their friendship aright. But since you got nobody, you got a bunch of lawless blacks and Hispanics. You know what I'm saying? This is how we grew up. We grew up thinking, idolizing the club lifestyle, idolizing, twerking, and all that. Since we grew up like this and the pastors is telling us there's no laws, we could do away with it, you have no friends.
Right.
You have nobody showing that sister true love. You understand? You just, and you applauding this thing. They on the sidelines encouraging the young boy to, you know what I'm saying? Hey, look at
Throw
your
your
mama.
hands up.
Throw your
Throw your
mama.
hands
Yeah,
up.
take
Yeah.
a picture. You look at your outfit. Man, come on, man. Our community, man, we are destroyed, bruh. And if you can't see that, something's wrong with you.
Right.
Yep.
Go ahead.
And we looked at as the bad guys for rebuking them for that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like none of them are looked at as being wrong. You know, it's crazy.
But when you say, hey, you don't need to be doing that, who are you to tell me what I'm supposed to do?
Right.
It's the same way back in Jeremiah when they said, hey, we're not listening to you. We're going to do what we want to do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's the same thing on the earth again, time and time again. Hey, get the next video, Ayana. Yeah, Ayana.
Right. The fact that they let her in the club.
Right.
Like who, like us as a people, man.
But even if it wasn't a club,
astonishing,
even if it was a gathering, you as a mother should walk in and say, hey, this is not an environment for my child.
baby.
Or somebody should say, this is not an environment for children. Don't bring the children. You know what I'm saying?
And then you lowered your level of respect that child's gonna have for you because now you twerking in front of your child.
Right.
How's that child gonna look at you with respect as a parent when you acting like that in front of him?
He's not gonna respect women, period.
At
The
all.
woman
At all.
He gets with,
At all.
period.
You know what I'm saying? And this is what these mistress women, this is how they treat their sons. Play this video, man.
I have only known this young man 24 hours, and there's no way in the world, just reading his space, that I know he's gonna allow a man to abuse a woman in his presence.
She doesn't think about me that way. She doesn't.
Well,
Because I
then
just
you
saw
don't
him
need to
playing
be
basketball and going on dates
so
together.
what?
and-
Mind your business. You say that you don't see the man that your son is, so I'm asking you, since this is not a demonstration of a man, you need to tell me what man you're using to measure him with. Which one?
My idea.
Which is your idea.
Stop it
Now,
right
is
there.
that the idea?
And this is what happens a lot in the black community. Women have an idea of what they want in their head. They're not going off of what the scriptures say. They're not going off of what God says a man should be. They're going off of what they want. And what they want is those weak, effeminate pastors that we seen yesterday at the church hiding behind the church.
Right.
I don't want to come out. Let's call the police on them. I ain't going over there. I ain't gonna go talk to them. You know what I'm saying? That's the men that they want. You know what I'm saying? They don't want a man of the Bible that stands up and actually be a man, lead, do what he's supposed to do. They just want somebody that's just gonna roll over and do what they tell them to do. Keep playing.
Of a man, you need to tell me what man you're using to measure him with. Which one?
My idea.
Which is your idea. Now, is that the idea you trained him up to be?
No.
Oh,
Look at that confusion.
how
Stop. This is why a woman cannot raise a man. This is why single parent households destroy the black community.
Right.
You have all these single parents yesterday on Facebook. Happy Mother's Day to me, holding it down all by myself with no man, but yet your child is a monster.
Right.
Your child is terrible because you're putting your ideologies in him. You know what I'm saying? And then she has an idea of a man, and she ain't even raising her son
about
up
to
to be
say
the man she
Right.
got the idea for.
Right. She's not putting it in him at all.
Confused.
Confused, bro.
Play that.
your idea. Now, is that the idea you trained him up to be?
No.
Oh, so how in the blazing bejesus are
Blazing
you
bejesus.
accountable to a standard that you didn't teach him, his father didn't give him, he don't even know what it is, and yet as his mother, you sit in his face and tell him you don't respect him as a man. Tell me how that works.
Dang.
Help me.
Like I said, it was events. It wasn't just.
I'm talking
Now
about
she's
That's also how
studying.
he treats me.
Deflection.
Yeah,
Stop.
but
He don't-
She said, it's how he treats me. You're his mother.
Right.
You, everything, the way he treats you is what you instilled in him. You know what I'm saying? If you was his mother and you said, hey, no, you don't talk to me like that, you respect me, you whooped him like you were supposed to, he was going to act right, but you didn't do none of that. You said yourself you didn't do that. You didn't raise him to be the idea that you wanted him to be. So all these, happy Mother's Day, all these women are created in the black community by Mother's Day. And I know that's a broad statement to say, but it is what it is, because we know that Mother's Day is pagan. It goes against God's will. So everything that you do against God's will is what's creating these mothers that you see on TV right now. These mothers that you see that have killed a baby, roll over on top of it because they high. These mothers that shoot another teen in the face over something small. These mothers that will twerk in front of their little kids. This is what's being created in the community. Let's go to Lamentations chapter 4, verse 1. Because we got to put this all together. Let's put this whole thing together and get some understanding.
Lamentations chapter 4, verse 1. How was the gold become dim?
It says, how has this gold become dim? How have you Israelites, who were once the standard of beauty, the standard of perfection, how have you become dim? Read.
How was the most fine gold changed? The stones of the sanctuary are poured out in the top of every street.
It said the what other sanctuary?
The stones of the sanctuary are poured out in the top of every street.
Read.
The precious sons of Zion, comparable to fine gold. How are they esteemed as earthen pitchers?
All right. Now, we used to be esteemed as fine gold. Now we just paper cups.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? We used to be the golden chalice with the rubies in it, but now we just red paper cups, the double cup.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That you see, and our people idolize the double styrofoam cup now.
Hey,
You know what I'm saying?
Can I get it?
Go ahead.
Jump down to verse 5, bro. This is exactly what you said. Our forefather Jeremiah documented this thing. Watch this. Read that.
Verse 5. They that did feed delicately.
It says they that did feed delicately, meaning we had a diet. There is a dietary law, Deuteronomy 14, Leviticus 11. We fed delicately. We just didn't eat anything. But watch this, read.
Are desolate in the
It
streets.
says now, all of a sudden, we desolate in the streets. Watch this, read.
They that were brought up in the scarlet embraced dung
It
hills.
said when we was, at one point in time, we were brought up in scarlet. The best fine linen, the best outfits. You got Negroes talking about we shouldn't do a fashion show for the Passover.
Right.
You understand? We shouldn't do. We rehearsing the righteous acts.
We should be mourning on the
You understand? That ain't even the
we should
linen
be
that
in
we had.
sheets.
Yeah, come on, man. You understand? It said we was brought up in scarlet. Now we embrace dung hills. Now we embrace the ghetto.
Right.
We embrace that ghetto mentality. We embrace. You got 30-year-old woman. I guarantee you she looked like a pie head.
Yep.
You understand? And we not just, this is all of us, because Titus said we was once like that as well. That's how we able to speak on these things. You understand? Because we grew up looking like this. So you got to understand, once we was fed delicately, now we desolate in the streets. We don't know who we are. We accept the dunghill. We accept lobster, shrimp, the crab, the
dollar
catfish,
menu.
the dollar menu. As you know what, my son, he really took me out and treated me well on Mother's Day. No, he brought you a plate of death.
Right.
He brought you a plate of on Mother's Day.
Literally.
You understand? Literally.
Yep.
Come on, man. We have to wake up, and this is a result. I know we do harping on that Mother's Day. I'm in full Christianity mode right now, bro. I'm in full Christianity mode, bro. It's a result. These pastors teaching the laws of God are done away with. You understand?
That's what it is.
Hey, you know
And
what
then
else?
the women, they, like you said, the women's gonna compass a man. Once they compasses, now it's Mother's Day. Now it's all these holidays, and they esteem it as a what? Law.
Right.
Go ahead.
And you know what else it goes into? It goes into what our foremother Eve was trying to accomplish. These women today are living out exactly what Eve was searching for. that they wanted to be equal with the man and they wanted to be above the man. That's what Eve was trying to do. She wasn't eating the apple. No, she was into idolatry. She wanted to have the same power as the man. That's why today we are worshiping a woman on Mother's Day. If you speak against a woman in this community, you are shamed. But as soon as the brother that comes out and tries to show the woman that you were going off, you need to get back in your submissive role, now that brother is the enemy. He's the threat.
And you glad he did.
Right.
Crazy. We're going to get to that too. Don't worry. We're going to get to that too. Go back to Lamentations 4, verse 2 again.
Lamentations chapter 4, verse 2. The precious sons of Zion, comparable to fine gold. How are they esteemed as earthen pitchers, the work of the hands of the potter. Even the sea monsters draw out the breast.
It says even the sea monsters draw out the breast. A sea monster wouldn't roll over on her 2-month-old son because she was high on PCP.
Right.
A sea monster. You understand a sea monster will kill you. You know, think about it. You go in front of a sea monster, it's going to kill you. You know what I'm saying? But it won't kill its child.
Right.
You feel me? Read.
They give suck to their young ones. The daughter of my people is become cruel, like the ostriches in the wilderness.
And that's what you've seen. 4 examples of ostriches created by the black community, the black church, because we want to celebrate Mother's Day. Because we want to do the things that are against God. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't want to follow God's laws, his standard. We want to celebrate Mother's Day. We want to celebrate Christmas. This is what you get. This is the type of mothers that you get. Back when we was reading in Jeremiah 44, when he said, I'm going to bring some evil upon you, this is what you get. You know what I'm saying? Keep reading.
Verse 4. The tongue of the sucking child shall cleaveth to the roof of his mouth for thirst. The young children ask bread, and no man breaketh it unto them.
So they're looking for guidance. This young brother, if we the brother in the video, if we was to keep watching it, he was trying to be a man. He's trying to understand how to be a man, but his mama is like, I don't respect him. I don't respect him. How many brothers out here trying to be men, hey, I don't want to walk in the same steps of my father. I want to do what I got to do. But they mother is sitting up there telling them, you ain't nothing.
Right.
I don't respect
you.
I don't respect you.
And what it comes from, she's single because she didn't like what her father, his father probably left her. You get what I'm saying? So she's single. She's looking at her son. Now she wants her son to be her man.
All right.
So everything that he's not doing, she's mad at him because she's not getting what he got out of his father. You get what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And look at him. He abated the courage. Look at him. He looks terrible. He has no type of self-esteem or anything. This is what happens. But yeah, that's what's going on right
And
there.
that creates weak men in the community that hide behind the wall and call the police when the real prophets stand up to them and try to tell them and try to give them life back into
What's her name? Ayana?
Ayana Van Zandt.
I've never seen her scratch her head, bro. When she's counseling anybody. You know what I'm saying? She's scratching her head. Like, I can't believe you said the son does not measure up to the man in your head, but you're not teaching him how to be that man. She's scratching her head.
Things that make you go, You know what I'm saying? Go to Isaiah chapter 3, verse 12.
Isaiah chapter.
These are the type of women that Christianity creates. Foul, ostriches, cruel women. And I guarantee you all of them say, I love Jesus. I'm covered in the blood of Jesus. Guarantee you. Read.
Isaiah chapter 3, verse 12. As for my people, children are their oppressors.
It says children are their oppressors.
And women rule over them.
It says women rule over them. So in all these stances, when the woman is in power, read.
Oh, my people, they which lead thee cause thee to err.
It said, they that lead thee cause thee to err. When a woman is in control of the household, things are going to go downhill, and they're going to go downhill fast. I'm telling you, God's words can't be broken. He's telling you when a woman is in control, they have caused you to err. You finish that?
And destroy the way of thy paths.
And they destroy the way of thy paths. So happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day.
This is what you get from Mother's Day. You get broken down men. You get weak, effeminate, bald-headed pastors. You get women who kill their children, you get women who kill other people's children, and you get twerking baby mamas. Congratulations.
Right.
There you go. Let's go to the next. I'm off that. You know what I'm saying? Feminism. Because this is where Mother's Day came from. It come from feminism. You know what I'm saying? I want the play that first. Play that video first. Play that first. Let's set this up, man.
To have a child should not be a matter to be decided by the male-dominated legislatures.
The 1960s and 70s ushered in big changes for women in America. From family life to the workplace to reproductive rights, there was a charge
So I want you to hold up real quick.
known as the women's.
So I want you to understand this was not to the black woman, the Hispanic woman, Native American woman. This was not your fight.
At all.
This was Esau's fight. This was the white woman's fight. She was fighting against her husband. You know what I'm saying? She wanted things out of her husband. And where it really came out from lesbianism. I'm going to show you. Keep playing.
Rights movement. But long before then came the fight
Stop.
for women's suffrage.
The women's suffrage movement. All right? I want y'all to keep that in mind. It's going to mention two names. I'll play it.
Which granted American women the right to vote in 1919. That movement, led by Susan B. Anthony and Elizabeth Cady Stanton,
Stop.
paved.
What was the names again?
Susan B. Anthony.
Susan B. Anthony and William Cady Stanton.
Yeah.
These, you got to understand, they had a lesbian affair. I think one of them was married. I'm not sure which one was married. One of them was married, and the other one wasn't. And they got together, you know what I'm saying, and they started talking about women's rights, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And they were lesbians. They had lesbian affairs, you know what I'm saying, together. So this is where your feminism comes from. This is where your woman's equal rights comes from. Two white women that didn't care about you at all. Because this was not your fight. When they was talking about voting rights, when they was talking about women's rights, you was not in the equation, black woman.
It was an afterthought. Matter of fact, they was tired of their husband going out and sleeping with you after an argument.
Exactly.
That's what they was tired
That's what they was mad at. They was mad that, hey, he could just go, you know what I'm saying, in the field and grab this black woman and, you know what I'm saying? Like, nah, I need some more respect than that. Play the video.
And Elizabeth Cady Stanton paved the way for the second wave of feminism.
Go back to her
in the
picture.
60s
She looked
and
like
70s.
an old nag. Terrible. Look at her, man. Just an old wicked woman, bruh. Go ahead. That's all I have to say.
Gotta throw that in.
Paved the way for the second wave of feminism in the 60s and 70s.
Notice ain't no black women walking.
No black women.
No black
In
women walking.
1960, family planning was transformed as the FDA approved birth control pills.
So in
for contraceptive
1960,
use.
1960, they approved birth control pills. This was on their end. This wasn't for you, but you now are the one that's using it the most, black woman. They created these things to destroy your community. Stop you from having kids. You know what I'm saying? Because, hey, they having too many kids. And then when this stopped working, it was like, they ain't taking a pill. We got to put abortion clinics in the community. We got to make sure they killing themselves.
You got to take the fathers out the homes with welfare.
And now they joking about Planned Parenthood. Now black people joking about that. Yeah, I have a kid. Get that vacuum out.
Exactly.
That shit is sick.
Play.
As the FDA approved birth control pills for contraceptive use, opening a new chapter for the career women. About
Still
3
ain't
years
seen
later,
no black women.
at the urging of Esther Peterson, President John F. Kennedy signed the Equal Pay Act. Also that year, Betty Friedan published The Feminine Mystique, which documented what she saw as the oppression of middle-class women.
We're all housewives when in the beginning and in the end, although we have to be much more than that in the world now.
By the 1970s, women of all ages,
Still ain't seen
races,
no
and
black.
backgrounds had joined in the fight for equality. Gloria Steinem campaigned for a
Stop.
constitutional.
Gloria Steinem. This is the devil the Bible speaks of, this woman right here. I want you to go to Google and I want you to type in Mother of Feminism. Go to Google, type in Mother of Feminism. Mother of Feminism. Whose name is going to pop up? it's gonna make me look bad. One of them said Gloria Steinem. She was one of them as well. Mother of feminism. Gloria Steinem. There you go. We ain't gotta read the article. I just wanted to be seen that Gloria Steinem played a major part in bringing in black women to the feminist movement, because what she was doing, working as a CIA agent, when you read her Wikipedia, it'll tell you that she did work for the CIA. She would go into the Black Panther Party, the Young Berets, and she would talk to those women and get in their ear and stop them from supporting the black man. Say, no, you need your own. You need to do your own thing. You need your own. And that's what ultimately helped stop those movements from going further and further and further, because it started dividing the black man and the black woman when they were trying to do something together.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So this woman, Gloria Steinem, this devil, she was responsible for bringing in the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans into that feminist wave. And I want to show y'all something.
So that's why it's important for your wife to be built up in these scriptures.
Exactly.
Because where the devil going to come if they can't get to the man?
They're going to go to
the woman. They're going to go to the woman.
And that's exactly what was happening. Press play on that video. Let's finish that out.
Amendment to guarantee equal rights for women. And in 1972, Congress passed the Equal Rights Amendment.
Hey, what do you say? Ratify the ERA!
Though the amendment was never ratified, the following year the Supreme Court would make a decision that would have a profound effect on the lives of American women. In the landmark case Roe v. Wade, the High Court ruled that a woman has a constitutional right to choose to have an abortion. Abortion services were made safer and more accessible to women after the ruling, which would face repeated challenges in later years.
So basically telling you it's okay to be a hoe. You don't have to deal with the consequences of being a hoe. You can go sleep with who you want to, have a baby, and we going to suck the baby right out. You be all right. Go back to being a hoe some more. Read or play.
Hey, you mentioned that Roe versus Wade, too. You know what's going on in recent news with that, don't you?
What's going on? Tell them.
They overturned that thing, and now women are mad about
that.
They are pissed about not having the right to kill babies.
Big mad.
How that sound? You mad because you can't murder babies?
I want to kill a baby. I want to take care of that baby. I don't want responsibility. I don't want accountability. I want to go to the club.
And it's selfish. Oh, yeah, get that in Job. It's selfish because you got to understand, man. It's when that baby's conceived, it's a life in there, man. It's a life that you've taken away. Job chapter 3, verse 11.
Job chapter 3, verse 11. Why died I not from the womb?
This is what Job is saying. He said, look, why did I not die from the womb? This is why we don't celebrate birthdays, because he said, curse is my day. Right. Why did I not die from the womb, Reed?
Why did I not give up the ghost?
Why did I not give up the what?
Why did I not give up the ghost?
So in the womb, he had a spirit. He had the Holy Ghost, what they always bring out. You understand? So when you going in these clinics and we aborting our babies and you offering them to what's the guy?
Molech.
When you offering up that sacrifice, our children to sacrifice, you got to understand you are killing a life. You're taking a life. That is murder. That is murder. And this is what our enemies understand. Right. This is why they put 80, they said it's 80% of Planned Parenthoods in our minority community. These are facts. These are facts. So this is something that it's a shame that the devil had to come in and say, you know what, this is wrong. Right. And then you got women that's talking about, well, I want to protect my life. Close your damn legs.
Right.
Go ahead,
and it's crazy because Esau, they know that it's a life, but they don't care. They want to kill black babies. That's the goal. Say you get into a car accident. Drunk driver gets into a car accident with a pregnant woman. Are they going to hit them with one murder?
Hey, that's a heavy point.
Or are they going to hit them with double homicide?
Double homicide.
That's crazy. And Esau knows that. But the goal is to kill black babies. That's all it is. It's like the scripture you get. Isaiah 13. What is it? But no, that Esau, they know what they're doing. They know what they're doing,
Bruh, if
man.
that mother get
Crafty
into a fight,
Psalms 83.
83, yeah, there you go.
Counsel,
Yeah.
bro.
say if that mother get into a fight that's pregnant, they hit her with child endangerment.
Child endangerment. They know what it is. They know what it is.
They only overturn that because so-called white women, Edomites, they're not having babies at the rate that they should. They're dying out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's the only reason why they overturned that. It wasn't to protect black people. It wasn't to protect the black woman and the black family. It was to protect them because they knew, like, hey, we can't have these white women out here just aborting these babies because we are losing our race. We're not keeping up with the times. We're going to fade out if they don't stop killing the babies. That's the only reason why they did that. It was crafty counsel in that.
And Esau, don't that mean wasted away?
Wasted away is he.
That's what the Lord said.
But, you know, you see all this stuff going on in the 60s and 70s, Gloria Steinem, et cetera, et cetera. But I want to bring it up to today. Understand what this feminist thought process, what this feminism has done. Let me show you. Get that video. Get that video. This is what is created in the black community. I want y'all sisters to really listen carefully to what this woman is saying. This is what is created. Press play.
I have a shocking confession, everyone. As quiet as it's kept, I am not marriage material.
And she being honest. She's saying, hey, I'm not marriage material. But she's trying to be sarcastic. Play.
Not because I don't have skills. I have skills in several departments. Yes, baby girl is bougie in the kitchen. Bourgeoisie. And the presentation be on point. Oh, I enjoy my cooking so much. Even my desserts. That's a skill that's worth $97,000. I just can't see doing it for free. Learned a lot of psychology in the sales game. Made me real smart. Cultivated myself into leadership. Can't see following a dummy.
See?
Furthered my education on learning how to devise and execute a plan. Can't see dealing with a dude that can't even plan a date, let alone a future for me and a family. I need uninterrupted time to invest in my skills and talents. I need to work on writing my next book. I need time to build my rifles and go to the shooting range.
That's the black woman.
Yep. I need. Keep going.
Need time to keep doing my poetry when they call me back to the improv. Because we as women, we got to protect ourselves. You know, protect ourselves not from saber-toothed tigers or lions, tigers and bears, but something else. Need time to keep myself fine. You know, a woman's work is never done. I got to keep working on my piano skills and my drum skills. I got a lot to do. I don't have time to cater to the insecurities, to the neediness, and to the directionless male. Oh, and by the way, on top of that, 80% of women don't experience orgasms through penetrative sex because the male is selfish in that department too, and your pleasure doesn't matter. So I might as well just stick to my little friend. I named him Jalen Rose.
Stop. That's her God. Just like Bishop been bringing out the last couple of weeks. That's her God.
The molten image.
You know what I'm saying? That molten image is her God. You know what I'm saying? This is
superstar player.
That's who she runs to now. But keep playing.
I'm perfectly okay with hiring and paying for a mechanic. I necessarily need to do that because my brother is a master mechanic. But I don't like doing lawn service, so I'll pay a lawn guy to come do my lawn. And I'll keep calling the maintenance man to come fix the plumbing. I'm good. I can pay for those services.
So this is what feminism has created in the black woman. You know what I'm saying? All these things she's lifting. I need to do this. I got to do this. I got to do this. I got to do that. I don't have time to deal with how she characterized the black man, a insecure, emotional, whatever, selfish. You know what I'm saying? The only reason why black women call black men insecure is because they don't want to follow after them.
Right.
Like when a black woman comes in and says, "Hey, I want to take a stripping class," and the husband or the black man says, nah, that's not a good idea. You shouldn't do that. Then it's, oh, you're insecure about what I want to do with my body.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's not that men are insecure. It's just that you don't want to
just
take
don't
the
wanna hope.
direction.
Right.
Yeah.
We don't want to hope.
We telling you what we want.
Outside of the room. Go ahead.
You know what I'm saying? We telling
outside of the room. Let's be outside of the room. You don't want your wife exposing everything to everybody. That's yours.
That's mine.
And these women don't understand that.
Hey, now that you say that, can we get a picture real quick?
What you got?
Let's get that picture in the group that says y'all not turning back.
Hold on. Get before you get that, get the Black Feminist article right quick.
Okay.
Get that Black Feminist article. Go down to the fourth paragraph. It says Black Feminist Lens. Watch this. Right there. Read that real quick.
A black feminist lens in the United States was first employed by black women to make sense of how white supremacy and patriarchy interacted to inform the particular experiences of enslaved black women.
So this is they trying to make sense of how white supremacy, how they was enslaved, how they're being treated by their oppressors. You understand? And while they're in this oppression, who else is in this oppression with them?
The black man.
The black man. Okay, let's keep reading on.
Black activists and intellectuals formed organizations such as the National Association of Colored Women and the National Council of Negro Women. Black feminism rose to prominence in the 1960s.
This is after the suffrage, which you just brought out earlier.
That's when Gloria Steinem got involved.
This is after Gloria Steinem. I want you to witness what is going on. Watch this. Go ahead.
As the civil,
so after the 1960s, scroll back up. They created them two groups: the National Association of Colored Women, the National Council of the Negro Woman. What? Go ahead.
Black feminism rose to prominence in the 1960s as the civil rights movement excluded women from leadership positions.
It says this is when they rose to prominence. Like you said, they sending secret spies into these groups. Getting them into the minds of these women. You understand? And while they mad, here you are. Hey, you know what? You should be a leader. Why you ain't got no opinion? Why God said put a man over this thing. Right. Us black folks, we in the same fight. You had black men rising up, the Black Panthers, the Nation of Islam, what's the Brown Berets? What else? Some other groups. SNCC.
Yep.
All these groups rising up as the men in the forefront and the women helping them, helping them behind. They had the early
the
breakfast program. All these things were benefiting our community when we was in order. When we was in order. But then when they send these spies into these groups, all of a sudden now during the 60s, we got to empower ourselves. Right. You understand? We need these other groups because we want to sit in a leadership position. And it's the same thing that's going on today. But go ahead, read on.
It says excluded women from leadership position. And the mainstream feminist movement largely focused its agenda on issues that predominantly impacted middle-class white women. From the 1970s.
He said the feminist movement that they was looking into. This is why the Lord said, do not what is that? I'm about to butcher. Proverbs 3:31. Just quote it.
Envy not
your oppressor. While you looking at the feminist movement that is tackling issues pertaining to middle class white women, that's not your fight. Right. Here you got in your head you envying that you want to do what? Revolt against your man. You want to revolt against your man. Like you said, that's the spirit that was on Eve. Right. That's the spirit that was on Eve. When the serpent came to Eve and said, you know what? You're not going to surely die. You're not going to surely. How did she know she was going to die? Her husband would have direct contact with the Lord. Right. Because the Lord said, put a man, I'm dealing with the man. Right. So if we're not on the same page, it's going to fall. I want one scripture, officer, man.
No, go ahead.
Give me Deuteronomy. The book of Deuteronomy.
Deuteronomy. Shout out Captain Hoshire.
32, verse 28, right quick.
Deuteronomy chapter 32, verse 28. For they are a nation void of counsel, neither is there any understanding in them.
You got to understand, when they was easing up on us, you understand? We was a nation void of counsel. We going groping here, groping there. That's why nothing happened. Ezekiel said we was getting our sinews back. We was getting our identity back. But we was still void of the true counsel of this Bible. Read on. Go ahead.
Oh, that they were wise. That they
The scripture said, oh, that black woman was wise. Read. Go ahead.
That they understand this. That they would consider their latter
Imagine if the black woman back then, when you had the Panthers coming up, when you had all these groups coming back to our identity from being beaten down for over 500 years, coming back to this identity, if they was wise to just continue to support these men and consider in the latter end where you're going to have black women twerking in front of their children. You understand? You want to talk about Mother's Day? Some of you mothers need to remember your ancestors. Some of you mothers need to remember your mothers, what your mothers went through, and how you are degrading the legacy of your ancestors by shaking your behinds. You understand? By having child after child after child, 3 or 4 different baby mamas. You understand? You want to talk about Mother's Day? Honor your damn mothers. All right, is that it? That was it on that. Go back to the article.
That's a perfect segue to that picture.
All praises. We in the spirit of the Lord.
Put that picture up.
Oh, you got to hold on. You got to keep reading. Okay, got to keep reading.
All right, where we at? What from the 1970s to the 1980s. Black feminists formed groups that addressed the role of black women in black nationalism, gay liberation, and second wave feminism. In the 1990s.
Second wave. So feminism had different waves.
3 waves.
It had waves. At first, it was just the white woman. Then the white woman says, you know what? Let's go across the aisle to these Negro women and let's pull them in. Maybe we can go push this thing a little further. And the black woman in her mind didn't understand counsel, didn't understand that guess what? This white woman has been mistreating me for over 400 years. 400 years and went along right with it. And what they brought with it, they brought in gay liberations. They brought in, go ahead, read on.
Second wave feminism. In the 1990s, the Anita Hill controversy brought black feminism into the mainstream.
What do you need to be equal? We was never fighting. The black man and the black woman, we was fighting for the same thing. You understand? Ignorantly, they was fighting for equal rights. That's because they didn't know we the greatest. We over them. We over all nations on the earth. You understand? But our fight we was on the same front. So what is the point for you to say, you know what? I need to be equal with you.
Ain't no point. We fighting the same thing. We going for the same goal, to be better. But when you start following after the white woman,
and the Lord said, guess what? We gonna be joint heirs.
Joint heirs.
But watch this. The only way we joint heirs with Christ is if we follow Christ. The only way the wife is gonna be joint heirs with us is if you follow us. There's stipulations to this thing.
Get it. 1 Corinthians 11. I had it. Get that thing. Get that thing. Let's segue into that thing.
I know you're trying to get through it. We got to go ahead.
Yeah, we moving. We good.
All right. Read that.
1 Corinthians 11, verse 3. But I would have you know.
1. Start at
verse 1. Be ye followers of me, even as I also am of Christ.
We can't stress that enough, that Paul is setting the standard to say, look, I'm following after Christ. This is what Christ is wanting from us. Read.
Now I praise you, brethren, that you remember in all things and keep the ordinances as I delivered them to you.
So he's trying to tell you that this is an ordinance. This is a rule. This is what's going to set us in order. Consider the latter end. If you follow this, we going to be all right because we following after Christ. Read.
But I would have you know that the head of every man is Christ.
The head of every man is Christ.
And the head of the woman is the man.
And the head of the woman is the man. Why is that so hard to follow? Even in the black church, they don't like this scripture. The ones that's supposed to love God with all their heart, they hate this scripture. Anytime you read this scripture and say, hey, this is the order, God, Christ, man, and woman, they're like, no. We actually equal. It says that it's over. He's over you. You know what I'm saying? Simple and plain. That's how you're going to have success through Christ, by allowing a black man to be the leader that he is supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? But you too busy playing games. I want to talk about that sister again for a second, because she listed all these things, right? Hey, I'm a chef. I'm a writer. What else she say?
Artist.
She's an artist.
She had degrees.
Kept
herself. She thought she was fine.
She kept
as
herself.
wine,
She kept herself in the gym. Okay. For our sisters that's in Israel, you have the same stipulations in Proverbs chapter 31.
Bring it out.
You do the same thing. So what is she talking about? I don't have time. No, you do have time to cater to your husband. You do have time to obey your husband in the midst of doing all those things that you do. When you go to, let's go real quick. Go to Proverbs 31, and I want you to read verse 10 and 11, then we're going to jump around a little bit. Because she think that she's doing something. Oh, I'm cooking. Oh, I'm keeping myself in shape. Oh, I'm doing this, or I'm doing that. You ain't doing nothing, sis. You ain't doing nothing but what's required of the woman. Read.
Proverbs 31, verse 10. Who can find a virtuous woman? For her price is above rubies.
Read.
The heart of her husband doth safely trust in her, so that he shall have no need of spoil.
And that's the one thing she don't understand. She don't understand that she needs a husband, and she could be doing all those things for her husband, and her husband, his heart would safely trust in her because she was doing the right things. But let's jump around. Jump down to 13.
Verse 13. She seeketh wool and flax, and worketh willingly with her hands.
She put in work. Keep reading verse 14.
She is like the merchant ships. She bringeth her food from afar.
She know how to cook food. Go to 16.
Verse 16. She considereth a field and buyeth it. With the fruit of her hands, she planteth a vineyard.
So she knows how to conduct business. You know what I'm saying? So with you, all this feminism that she's spewing out, like, I'm doing this. I got time for this. I ain't got time for that. Whatever. Sis, you ain't doing nothing. You ain't doing nothing but what God required of you to be a woman. You know what I'm saying? But you missing the main thing. That husband, that leader that's going to guide you, that's going to be an heir with you to get into the kingdom of heaven. You missing that whole point because of the white woman and what they put in your head about feminism. Go away from your man. I want you to think about this. For all the white woman says about feminism, this, feminism, that, she still understand that the white man pushed the button.
She still go home every night.
She still go home every night. She hey, feminism, and then get home and be like, what do you need? What do you need, husband?
Right.
What you want? Got you. I'll take care of it. You know what I'm saying? So understand the roles that we supposed to play. Go to Jeremiah chapter 31 and 22. Because we talked about the role. Paul said, follow these instructions the way I follow Christ. And he gave you the order that the black man is supposed to be over the black woman. Let's see what's going on in the scriptures. Read this thing.
Jeremiah 31, verse 22. How long wilt thou go about, O thou backsliding daughter?
So he's saying, how long you going to go about, you old backsliding daughter, talking about Israel, saying that this is the wrong way to do things. Read.
For the Lord hath created a new thing in the earth.
He said he created a new thing on the earth, meaning that it wasn't there when he set up the earth. It's a new thing. When God set up, hey, this is who I'm going to have. We're going to create male and female. Adam, you the Lord over everything.
Right.
This is what you supposed to do. You supposed to rule. When he set this up, this wasn't there. What they about to say, it wasn't there. It's a new thing on the earth, right?
A woman shall compass a man.
A woman shall compass a man. That is a new thing on the earth. That is considered backsliding according to the Most High God, because he set it up to say God, Christ, man, then woman. And when you follow after feminism, you saying that you hate God. You saying that you hate his order. You hate who he set up, because he made Adam a God. You the ruler over everything. You get everything in order. You make sure everything's set up. All right, So you want to play the devil's advocate and say, all right, well, black men ain't standing up. What do you mean? We just seen how many brothers? We seen thousands of brothers walk through Chicago. We seen thousands of brothers walk through Memphis. We seen thousands of leaders coming back to this Bible, understanding their nationality, that take care of their household, that take care of their wives, that take care of their children. So you can't make an excuse to say, oh, well, there are no leaders. Yeah, there's no leaders in your church because they hiding behind the wall because they don't want to talk to the real prophets of God, but there are real men standing up. So are you going to be submissive? Are you going to come back and get in your proper role? Or are you going to keep following behind the white woman in feminism?
Right, yeah, and check it out. Let's get Numbers 27:16 right quick. Just, hey, you asked the question. You understand? This is what the Lord said. Go ahead.
Numbers chapter 27, verse 16. Let the Lord, the God of the spirits of all flesh.
He said, let the Lord, the God of spirits of all flesh. He controls every spirit, including the white woman that you following. All flesh, read.
Set a man.
Set a what?
Set a man.
So those guys that are standing up, that you see standing up in front of your face, the Lord is setting us, read.
Set a man over the congregation.
The Lord is setting us over the congregations. The Lord is setting the man up, going back to our rightful place. So you can either get with it or you can keep
reading.
Yeah, go ahead.
Keep reading. Verse 17. Which may go out before them, which may go out in before them, which may lead them out, which may bring them in.
Going into war, read.
That the congregation of the Lord be not as sheep, which have no shepherd.
So when the man is not in a leadership role, the sheep have no shepherd. That's thus said the Lord.
Right.
You understand? When the woman is out in front and she's the only one with testicular fortitude to come talk to us, the sheep have no shepherd. And this is what we brought. This is what we about to witness all summer long.
That's right.
That the sheep, the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, you have no shepherd. But guess what? The Lord is waking up saviors.
That's right.
To get things back in order. So all praises to the Most High.
All praises. All right. So moving on.
In other evil news.
Well, yeah, other evil news. Super evil. Kevin Samuels passed away. You know, for those who don't know who Kevin Samuel is, Kevin Samuel.
Oh, they know who he is. You ain't got to answer.
They know.
That's the GOAT.
They know who he is.
The brother did major works in the community trying to get the black woman to take accountability. Right. But the brother ended up dying. You know what I'm saying? Sorry to hear about the brother dying. Hey, the brother wasn't keeping the commandments. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But he did try to get the black woman to take accountability. Not just the black woman, but the black man as well. Yeah. He talked about the black man just as much as he talked about the black woman. Right. It's just that whenever you talk about the black woman, here come the
loud clamorous woman.
The loud clamorous, and then that gained the most attention because of what he was saying about black women. But let's look at some of the things that black women said after this man died. All this man said was, stay within your lane. You know what I'm saying? If you fat and out of shape, don't be trying to get some brother with a six-pack.
Right.
Take care of yourself.
That's understandable.
You know what I'm saying? All he said was, hey, if you over 35 with a couple of kids, you got to kind of lower your standards. You ain't about to have no
25-year-old.
Right.
25-year-old dude. If you make $40,000, don't be looking for a millionaire.
That's understandable.
This is common sense.
Common sense, yeah.
But the black woman
is not common.
But the black woman will go out super
not you Israelite women.
Right.
Not you Israelite
the black woman will be 300 pounds and expect to get a 150-pound brother.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And expect him to be like, hey, tell me I'm beautiful. No, you're not beautiful. You need to lose some weight. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't change your mind, you're going to die alone. Ooh. That's what he was telling a black woman. And they was mad. So when this brother dies, let's look at some of the things that was saying. Y'all got some of that stuff up?
Play the video first. Play that video first.
It's at 5:07. And then you got simps. You got all these simp men.
Just wait, officer.
These simp
please,
black
just
men.
Wait, officer, please wait, man. Please, just wait.
These
Let them, because we don't want to paint the picture and sway the people's mind. We want them to see.
Right.
We want you
All
to
right,
see
all
what's really going on. You understand? Go
I
ahead.
lost a lot of respect for this dude. I kind of liked him for a
Oh,
second.
I didn't.
You ain't like that? He kind of funny.
Yeah, he very funny.
He funny.
Very.
Anointed in bird. Start with Asian,
You
end
know,
in
hey,
bird.
pause. You know, the Lord said about black men of this generation, they funny too.
Oh,
He
yeah.
said they like children in
Yeah.
the marketplace, dancing up and down.
Dang.
Go ahead.
Court gesture.
That's funny. Look at him. Look at him dancing. Look at him. He learned a new move. Go ahead, play.
Is Breaking Bad.
I was gonna say that
Hindenburg.
word. Hindenburg is what I was
Hindenburg.
thinking of.
Anointed in bird. Start with Asian, end in bird.
That's booty tape
That's
for
the
you.
word I was looking for. Hindenburg. It has really had men out here truly believing that it is okay. And I mean, you know, men were doing this stuff before him, but he really popularized it. Making women who are of a certain age or of a certain look feel as though they are worthless. So it's kind of hard to be saddened that he gone.
Yeah.
That their leader is no longer here.
Stop.
What are you going to do?
Stop. Listen to the black woman. Listen to the hatred of the black woman. The man is dead. And I don't feel sad. I don't feel sad that he's
Stop holding
gone.
me accountable, nigga.
You know,
And
if you 300 pounds, sister, you need to lose weight.
That's all he was saying.
That's
He
all.
never disrespected none of from the clips that I saw. He never really disrespected none of the women.
Right.
All he was just trying to do is telling them things to better their mentality,
Right.
better their thinking. You understand? Because there's no way that you could be 6 months, 7 months pregnant and out on the dating scene looking for a millionaire.
Right.
There's no way you could go to, y'all both go to Harvard and graduate, because that was one of the ones I seen. Y'all both went to Harvard. The sister went to Harvard. She was dating a brother from Harvard. And then all of a sudden she go out and have a baby by the local drug dealer and then try to come back to the baby with Harvard.
No,
you can't do that.
Right.
That's not disrespectful.
Right.
That's logical. He's not going to want to bring you into a convention as a baby daddy.
Right.
Where does baby come from? Where does baby come from, Howard?
I don't know.
Right.
I don't know where the baby came from.
And she say he made a woman feel worthless. I never heard him say you're worthless.
He never said that.
Never.
Lower
was
your
giving-
But
standards.
that's what the black.
That's how they think.
This is what they think. When you talk to them, you be talking to them with sense, and all they hear it's like the scriptures say they stop the ear. You understand? They hear it and take what they want to hear. They feel like you just attacking them.
Yeah.
You understand?
And what he was saying was facts. No man black man that's in the top 5% of earners is gonna want a woman that got all that baggage.
Right.
That's
Or a
facts.
woman that talk too much.
Right.
You gotta know. Hey, you gotta know where you at. You know what I'm saying? You have to know the value at which you're at. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? If you not a pretty sister, you just not a pretty sister. It's okay.
They make
There's
ugly-
somebody
there's ugly
out
brothers
there.
out here, too.
Exactly. You can't be ugly. You can't be precious
Did I
talking
say
about
something, bro?
I'm gonna save myself for
Why the
Denzel.
cameraman? Why you shaking your head, bro? Did I say something, bro?
Hey, it is what it is.
It is
If
what it
you,
is.
You know, if you not,
God made somebody. He ordained somebody for everybody.
Yes,
You
sir.
understand?
it's
eye of the
okay.
It's all right, bro.
It's okay.
Just stay in your lane.
You're not gonna have a what's the dude's name, Michael Ealy, and you look like Precious. You're not. It's okay. Now, if you want to lose the weight, put in the time, you know what I'm saying, and get on the level of a Michael Ealy, cool. But if you don't, fine. You got to deal with the Rick James looking brother. You know what I'm saying?
Rick James is cold.
Hey, Rick
I
James
don't know.
cold.
I don't know what an ugly
Hey,
dude.
Rick
I don't know.
Take
Ugly
care of
dude.
the kids too.
No, go ahead. Press play.
Play that thing.
Leader is no longer. That's the word I was looking for. Hindenburg. It has really had men out here truly believing that it is okay. And I mean, you know, men were doing this stuff before him, but he really popularized it. Making women who are of a certain age or of a certain look feel as though they are worthless. So it's kind of hard to be saddened that he gone.
Yeah.
That their leader
is no longer here. What are you going to do? What is high value man?
Value man.
What are you going to do? That sounds, first of all, it sounds like a generic drink.
High value man?
High
Let me
value.
get that high value man.
That's most extraordinary. That's Dos Equis.
A high value man sounds like I couldn't afford the Pepsi, but I got the high value pop.
That's the Shasta.
Yes.
Hey, hold on, pause. That's a fake laugh, bro. His spirit is telling him right now.
Yeah.
I ain't nothing.
Right.
I ain't nothing. I'm sitting here laughing at this. I'm laughing at this sister. She's literally telling me, you ain't nothing. Right. You can never be a high value man. There is no such. There's no such thing as a high value man.
Right.
Go ahead, play.
Yep.
Now, speaking of high,
what are you going to do? That sounds, first of all, it sounds like a generic drink.
high value man.
High value.
Let me get that high value man.
That's most extraordinary. That's Dos Equis.
A high value man sounds like I couldn't afford the Pepsi, but I got the high value pop.
That's the Shasta.
Yes.
The Shasta man.
You
Now, speaking of high
Walmart?
value man, here's rumor.
Come
Here
on,
you go.
give it to
Come
me.
on.
No, actually not rumored. All the things said that he passed away in an apartment he was subleasing or subletting.
Of course.
Which I will just say, I thought that because he was always high value man, he was the high value man. I thought he would have, maybe he had multiple homes and he just happened to be up in the apartment. But I know the prices of the homes.
Whenever you say but,
negate everything.
Just negates everything.
Right.
And what does this do? What does that have to do with his message? What has that to do with his death?
Right.
This is a black chocolate Edomite. When black men die, when black men commit crimes, when black men die, the first thing they do is bring up what? Their history.
Yep.
They crime.
Negatives.
The negatives.
Bruh.
This is what they do. This dude right here, I'm telling you, he's an Edomite. We got to open up our spiritual eyes and look and see the Edomiteness flowing from his skin. You understand? Read on. Play on, bro.
Here in Los Angeles. I thought he would have, maybe he had multiple homes and he just happened to be up in the apartment. But I know the prices of the homes here in Los Angeles. I know the prices of the homes there in Atlanta. If you was a high value man living in Atlanta, you probably should have been in a home. From the way you were speaking about high value.
Why are you counting another man's pockets?
But understand this, a high value man, and this is what Kevin Samuels was trying to show you. A high value man knows how to think.
Right.
Why would he, as a single man, if he does have all this money, you don't need a house. That's not his lifestyle. His lifestyle, unfortunately, he was a whoremonger. You know what I'm saying? He was dealing with different women and stuff like that. But you don't need a house to do that. You know what I'm saying? That's the mindset of a high value man to say, okay, I don't need these things I don't need a house. I just need a condo, something that women are gonna like to come to and get out of. You know what I'm saying? You get a house, a woman gonna want to stay. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah.
Right.
You know, so the brother understood, even though he was in the midst of sin, whoremongering and everything like that. You can't say, all right, he's not a high value man because he didn't have a home.
Because he died in an apartment.
Because he died in an apartment.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? No, a high value man is how you think. And that's why the scriptures give us the keys on how to be real high value men. Men of the Lord. Separate from your mother's house and take your wife to your own house. How to deal with your finances. How to deal with your wife. You know what I'm saying? So the real high value man is the Israelite man. Because he knows who he is. He knows what's required of him by his God. He knows how to lead. He has a manual to take back the world. Yeah. There's no more high value than that.
Right. You know what they want? They want to know how to think like a man. They want
it out.
They want Steve Harvey.
Steve Harvey.
Give him, and Steve Harvey's a sellout.
Yep.
He's a document. Matter of fact, we're gonna do a class on the sellouts. He's a sellout, documented. And this brother, third marriage, giving marriage advice. Number one seller. Who's he attacking? The black man.
The black man.
Yep.
The black man. We need to bend to the black woman.
Who's in his show?
When you are speaking with your wife, all you need to do is shut up and say yes. That's his advice. to young black men. You understand? Hey, the day of the Geechee is over.
That's right.
The day of the Geechee
There's
is
no
over.
more weak
bro.
black men. We changing that narrative, man.
For real.
Come on.
Put that up, bro. Put that meme up.
But
hey, black woman, we coming to a church near you.
No matter where you at.
Hey,
I say Kevin Samuel's death is funny. Jada's illness is not funny.
You see how confused black women are, bro? They made a big uproar about this woman having alopecia. And it's probably documented she ain't even got it. When you see a sister with that real disease, she's bald headed.
Mm-hmm.
Jordan.
Right.
You understand? This sister, she got hair. And let's be for real. I've never seen Jada Pinkett with long hair.
Never.
I can't remember.
Wig.
You know what I'm saying? I can't remember.
Even set it off. It was weed.
But they was all on him. Hey, that's not funny. He shouldn't have did that. You know, Chris Rock shouldn't have said all that. All praises Will Smith.
Mm-hmm.
So again, you got black women defending the what's the word?
Emotional state of a
the
man.
emotional state of a black man. You understand? When Will Smith slapped another black man, you understand, on national TV, they defended it.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They defended it. But now here you go, a black man standing up, being an actual man in today's society, which is rare. You understand? They make fun of it.
Right.
And that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. All right.
But that's what we do.
But I'm sorry, officer. But that lets you know that how they think about Kevin Samuels. This is how they really feel about the prophets.
Right.
This is how they gonna turn up on the prophets.
Mm-hmm.
Just that Kevin Samuels is just a glimpse,
a prelude.
You know what I'm saying? Just to show you the hatred that's about to come to the men of the Lord, who's coming with the laws of God.
Right.
Eve hated the law. She hated the law that says, guess what? The man is over you.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? If you do anything, if you learn anything outside of what your husband's teaching you, you're going to die.
Mm-hmm.
You're not equal. You're not a God with him. He's a God.
Right.
And she hated that. And today, Eve's little Evelets, what's going
I
on?
like that.
Evelets.
I like that. The Evelets.
What's going on? They hate the word of God.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? Go ahead, officer.
Go to Amos chapter 5, verse 10. You make a good point, because this is the mindset of the black woman. Read that thing. Amos 5, verse 10.
Amos chapter 5, verse 10. They hate him that rebuketh in the gate.
They hate the people that rebuke in the gate. They hated Kevin Samuels for just telling the truth. There was many a nights on Clubhouse where we would discuss what Kevin Samuel was talking about. And the women would just become irate. What's wrong with y'all? Why y'all agree with that? That's male chauvinism. That's chauvinist this. No, it's truth. You hate when people tell you the truth. And I'm going to show you why. Go to Isaiah chapter 30 and start at verse 8. I'm going to show you why you hate the truth.
Isaiah chapter 30, verse 8. Now go, write it before them in a table, and note it in a book.
Talking about this Bible. Go write these laws, statutes, and commandments in the Bible. Read.
That it may be for the time to come, forever and ever.
So these laws, statutes, and commandments were to be there for time and forever and ever. That means they never stopped. Read.
This is a rebellious people, lying children that will not hear the law of the Lord.
So this is the people that don't want to hear the law of the Lord, like we read in Jeremiah 44, that want to serve the Queen of Heaven, that want to serve Mother's Day, that want to serve all these different holidays that were created by men. Read.
Would say to the seers.
Would say to the seers. The saying of the seers would say to the seers, read.
See not.
Don't see what we doing. Don't come to our church and tell us that we doing wrong. Don't tell us that what the Bible say about what's going on in our church. Read.
And to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things.
Don't tell us what's right. Don't come out here and tell us that Mother's Day is wrong. Don't come out here and tell us how we supposed to be women, how we supposed to serve the man. Don't tell us those things, Reed.
Speaking to us smooth things.
I want to hear smooth things. I want to hear nice things. I want to hear songs on the radio, Reed.
prophesied deceits.
Prophesied deceits. That's why you don't want to hear the truth. That's why you hate people like Kevin Samuels. That's why you hate people like the prophets, because we telling you the truth. You want to live by lies. You love lies. Stop lying to yourself. Allow the truth to come in and change you. This world is going to blow up. What are you going to choose? You going to choose lies in death, or are you going to choose truth in life? Make a decision.
And I'm telling you, hey, for you Israelite women, hey, give me that last picture right quick of you not turning us into the Most High, but into grandmas. You Israelite women, don't just think that these feminist black women are just against us. Nah. They against the whole nation.
That's right.
Play that, blow that up. This is what they think about you. Can you see that?
Blow it up.
Oh, can they see it? Okay, look at what it say. It says, y'all not turning back to the Most High. Y'all turning back to grandmas. What that mean?
Shut the F up.
I can't really see it.
Shaking my effing head.
Shaking my effing head. You see that? So this is what
shut the F up.
This is what they think of our women dressing in modesty. That you look like a grandma, but in actuality, that's why we gotta have the down at Passover the fashion show, so you can see that our women look beautiful. What you esteem as beautiful on the left side, that is not beauty. That's what these feminist white women told you is beautiful. You understand?
Wear what you want.
You can't read that. The Lord says beauty, true beauty, is the mind, the spirit of a woman. You understand how she conducts herself. That's true beauty. So you Israelite sisters, y'all better open up your eyes and understand. This ain't just a war on us.
Right.
This is a war on the whole nation. And it's high time that we all get on one accord and attack this thing and get this kingdom. Go ahead.
That's right. That's right. Hey, it's been another Monday with saying of the SEERS. Hope you sisters stayed in the spirit.
Can we get some claps?
You know hey, come on, man. Come on. Not the 2 hours later. Come on, man. All praise, man. Get out of feminism, sisters. Get out of feminism. All praises to the Most High has been saying of the SEERS. Check us out on IUIC TV. Make sure you subscribe to IUIC Kansas City YouTube page. Hey, we'll be back here, Lord's will, next Monday, 12:30 with more fire.
That's right.
All praise to the Most High.
Shalom.
Shalom, shalom. Most High in Christ bless.
Yeah. We're only as strong as our weakest. What the Jews that do what you won't do. Like after prayer, go and get it. Might as well boycott marching. Cause after King, it ain't it. Got keeping these laws, yup. The first thing on my hit list. Got enough wine in my cup. With a patch of beer to go with it. I'm illuminated, I shine. No recompense for your crimes. What's missing in unity was a lot of you in and not I. Got IUIC up in the forefront, and instead of love, you despise. How we supposed to come together when we add all you do is divide? Never break, they say they made it, but the people at the bottom made. Now we say that our God is great. The sons of God are woke and they never break. They say they made it, but the people at the bottom made. Now we say that our God is great. The sons of God are woke and they